Welcome back to the Deep Dive. Today, we are diving deep into the results, the impact of expert instruction.
Exactly. And our sources today are, well, they're powerful because they're just raw, direct testimonials. These come straight from the clients and students of certified sweat instructors.
Right, so we're not looking at marketing fluff or theory. This is about the actual measurable effects these instructors are having, like life-altering stuff.
It's fascinating, yeah, because this material gives us immediate, verifiable feedback. You see the practical application of the skills these instructors learned.
A direct line from the certification.
Right.
Let's unpack the first story. We're starting over in the Netherlands with Etienne Go. He's a sweat shallow instructor. And what immediately jumped out at me from the feedback for Etienne was this deep connection clients felt between the technical work and, mental relief.
It's a really wonderful insight, isn't it, into how focused movement helps the mind. One client put it very clearly. They said, I love being able to fully focus on technically performing the exercises during your lessons, which allows me to forget about everything else. It demands concentration, which naturally pushes out those external stresses.
Makes sense.
And if you think about the biomechanics, the water itself is key here. You're working with resistance, buoyancy. You get constant, immediate feedback on your form. So it forces this high degree of proprioceptive focus. It's not just going through the motions. It's really engaging your brain.
Right. And the result, as that client pointed out, was that the technical improvement actually let them put more power into challenging myself.
Mental clarity feeding physical progress.
Exactly. And this focused, really precise work led to changes that were, way more than just looking better. Another testimonial showed some pretty amazing holistic progress.
Yeah, this is where you see the functional strengths gains really shine. The client stated, I have made enormous progress, both physically and mentally. I can and dare to do things again that I never thought I would be able to do.
Dare to do things again. That's powerful.
Isn't it? My muscles have become stronger. I have more strength again, which means I can do many things myself again. It's the instructor empowering them, giving them back agency in their daily life. They dare to re-engage.
But here's the bit that, for me, takes it from anecdote to something almost clinical. The improved body structure, better posture, stronger core, it meant they needed way less outside medical help.
The physiotherapy reduction. Yes, that's really the headline here, isn't it? One client said their improved posture meant they need a lot less physiotherapy. They got structurally better without constant hands-on treatment.
And the numbers were specific. One client reported this staggering drop. I only need physio 4 times a year instead of twice a month.
Twice a month down to 4 times a year.
Yeah. That's a reduction by, a factor of 6? It strongly suggests that the consistent low-impact work with the instructor got to the root cause. It wasn't just temporary relief.
Well, think about it. The water lets you strengthen muscles through their full range, multidirectionally, without the pounding, the compressive forces you get on land. So for long-term posture issues, this steady, supportive training, guided expertly by Etienne, it seems to have provided a more permanent, functional fix.
So stronger body, clearer mind, and much less reliance on physio. That's a pretty compelling case for the shallow instructor's impact. Okay, let's shift gears now. We're crossing the Atlantic, heading to Massachusetts, to talk about Susan Lambert. She's a sweat silver instructor. And remember, silver often focuses on mobility, balance.
Yeah.
And here, the first sign of success wasn't just physical change, but just the sheer buzz, the demand for the class itself.
Yeah, Susan noticed the clearest possible success metric. Her students were just super enthusiastic. She actually wrote, they enjoyed the sweat class so much that they asked me if I was going to teach it regularly on schedule.
That's fantastic. When people ask for more fitness class, you know you're doing something right.
It's the ultimate validation, isn't it? When wellness becomes a genuine community event people look forward to.
So that begs the question, right? What was it specifically about the Sweat Silver program, the way Susan taught it, that got people so engaged?
She specifies the format challenges, everything from strength, unilateral work for imbalances, floating and core strength and balance, getting heart rate up for a few minutes, even taking breaks.
Oh, she even mentions breaks specifically.
She says, yes, we take breaks after working hard for a set of exercises, which is crucial.
Okay, let's unpack some of those elements because they seem really important for that silver mobility focus.
Right.
What about the unilateral work for imbalances? Why is that so key?
Oh, unilateral work exercising one side of the body at a time is absolutely vital, especially for the demographic often in silver classes. As we age, or maybe after an injury, we all develop these little asymmetries, right? Strength, balance, trying to fix that on land, that comes with the real risk of falling. But in the water, Susan can safely challenge those imbalances. She forces the core and stabilizing muscles to kick in, and the buoyancy takes away that fear of falling.
So people can push themselves more safely.
Exactly, leading to faster, safer correction of those imbalances.
Okay, let's move to our final instructor. And this is where we see functional strength games that are, frankly, incredible, life-changing stuff. We're talking about Carla Gregor. She's a triple threat instructor, shallow, deep, and silver certified down in Alexandria, Virginia. This story really shows how expert guidance can just fundamentally alter someone's daily life.
Yeah, this particular client's journey is just a stunning example, a real shift from being quite physically dependent to becoming independent. And this happened through consistent, attentive instruction over just a few months. The results are so tangible.
So tell us about those results. What specific things did the client mention?
Okay, 2 huge milestones right off the bat. The client reported, I have lost 20 pounds. I can walk some distance without my cane.
Without the cane, that's just monumental, isn't it?
Absolutely. Losing reliance on a walking aid, that's probably the single biggest functional goal for anyone dealing with chronic mobility issues. It changes everything.
And the progress didn't stop there. It continued right inside the pool environment, showing gains in specific strength. The client could actually exercise in the pool without my orthotic.
Think about that. Being able to exercise without needing that external support, even in the water. It's a huge step. It shows they're building real trust in their own muscles again.
It suggests the instruction wasn't just helping them cope with the weakness, but actively starting to reverse it.
I think so. The water allows for that progressive loading, strengthening the foot, ankle, leg muscles without stress, until that orthotic just wasn't necessary in the pool anymore.
And the specific victory quote here, it's just so powerful because it's about a basic movement most of us just don't even think about. This student said, I have even now gained the strength to climb up the pool ladder to exit the pool after class.
Wow. Climbing a pool ladder. It sounds simple, but it requires immense core stability, leg strength, coordination between both sides of the body.
Right.
It's a real test of functional strength and balance. For someone who started out using a cane, just being able to get out of the pool that way, it's a massive win. It proves the instructor successfully built that foundational strength needed for real-world interaction.
And the student was incredibly clear about Carla's role in this. It really speaks to that personalized approach you get with certified instruction.
Absolutely. The quote, the gratitude, it's direct and hits hard. I thank you, Carla, for all of your assistance, attention, and respect in my success. I wouldn't and couldn't have done it without you.
Attention and respect.
Exactly. It highlights that it wasn't just the exercises. It was an instructor's whole approach to the pedagogy. The way she paid attention, respected the student's process, that was the critical factor enabling this kind of transformation.
So pulling this all together, what does this mean for you, the listener? Across all 3 instructors, Etienne, Susan, Carla, effective certified instruction is the real catalyst here. It's that expert knowledge, tailoring the program, the unilateral work, the pacing, the technical cues to tackle individual, often chronic, challenges.
This is where fitness instruction really starts to overlap with rehabilitation principles, doesn't it?
It really does. And the common thread through all these testimonials is that profound shift, moving from dependence on aids, on regular appointments, towards real physical independence.
Self-sufficiency.
Exactly. These clients were relying on external things, and expert guidance moved them towards being able to rely on themselves again. Which brings us to a final thought, something for you to maybe chew on. How might this kind of personalized aquatic fitness instruction, delivered by highly certified instructors, start to radically shift our traditional, often expensive ways of thinking about long-term mobility and rehabilitation? Particularly for populations facing those chronic physical challenges. Could these instructors, in effect, be becoming a new, incredibly effective layer of proactive long-term wellness care? Something to think about. Thanks for diving deep with us today.